That's right. That's right, Vibes Radio on 4.5 FM. And live from Jamaica, we have the man of the moment, man like Ras I in as a building. What go on, brother?
Go on, brother. Respect, man.
First of all,
Thanks for the
good morning.
morning. Good afternoon.
Yeah? No, your side.
Yeah, but on yours.
On our side, it's actually evening. It's 25 minutes past 5 p.m. So it's actually evening. But bless up, Manze. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome to Vibes Adrenaline. Welcome to Vibes Radio. Welcome to the 254 virtually.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Bless up. So let's just kick in. I was introduced to Ras I, a production. I think it's a production you did for the Nick some couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was the first time I heard about Ras I music, right? Then the next thing, Kiki, big up Kiki Zion from Chronix Camp is sending me a message. She's sending me a message. She's like, yo, Heno, you know about that youth him named Ras I? I'm like, yo, we've been playing Kingman thing. You know, it's on rotation. You know, before the video dropped. So, how has the journey been so far in terms of production, in terms of music? I mean, just give us an intro for the people who are tuned into the show right now and they're wondering, who is Ras I? Question mark. Who is Ras I?
So I started out as a producer with was a production group with me and my brethren. And me have a brethren named Blaze and a brethren named Stevie G. So we used to go around and we used to build rhythms for established producers, you know, so we could build up the names. So SSMG, Renaissance, Jam 2 them, and you know, couple well-known producers as well.
Yeah.
And then I did my own thing, started my own label, Ras I Music. So the Denique, Not What I'm Used To, was the first release off of the label. And from then we just started doing more productions, and I used to write a lot of choruses. I used to demo a lot of choruses for people, and people used to say, oh, you need to do your own song, you need to do your own music. So I guess it was just time, you know, to grow into being Ras I the artist as opposed to Ras I the producer. So yeah, I dropped my first single, Feel Alright, in 2012. And then from there, you know, we just did a whole heap of shows, and it's been a rough journey with a whole heap of lessons, but you know, there are great rewards along the way too.
Yeah.
So, you know, we reached this point now where Kingman thing is, you know, I think for me is my favorite song from myself so far still.
Yeah.
Not just because of the lyrics, so it's just the song that shows the growth, you know, and I think with the production, myself and Coastal Kings and all the musicians involved, we found the balance between musicality and entertainment, because musicians listen to music different from how the common man listens to music, you know, so we find the right balance with the music as well as the lyrics. It's conscious lyrics over dancehall, you know, things where Sizzla and Capleton used to do from before, and I think it's very refreshing now, not just from the sounds, you know, the horns that give it that essence of royalty, but refreshing to hear conscious lyrics over dancehall rhythms like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speak to us. Sorry to cut you, but just speak to us about transitioning from a producer, you know, to an artist, to singing and writing records. Going to say you're a musician overall, but at what point in your career, or did you decide, okay, now I want to, you know, get off from, you know, the Fruity Loops, them, you know, whatever you used to produce, to now going actually and you know, delivering my message to the massive them?
I think there was a point of frustration for me. So. You know, working with some artists and, you know, not feeling like them did a put in 200%, because music is not a thing you can just do. You know, say you're going to put in 50% and expect to reap 150. You have to put in 200, especially if you're starting from ground zero. You know, it's just me one day, I said to myself, you know, if them not do it, you have to go do it yourself, basically.
Yeah.
So
So that's when you decided, like, you know what, I want to do it for myself, and I want to put out the message by myself. Yeah. For real, for real. So, what project have you been working on prior to King Manting? Do you have like a album, an EP? What project have you been working?
So this is my debut album actually. It's called Sojourn. So yeah, so this is the cover of my debut album.
Yeah.
Was funny story. One of the greatest lessons that I learned was to back up constantly your data. I lost 2 hard drives.
Yeah.
With music, and there were only 9 songs that were saved, and the 9 songs that were saved were the 9 songs that went to the Sojourner album.
Ooh, okay.
So the album was voted top 9 debut albums of 2019 by DJ Booth. So it was up there with Ari Lennox them and The Baby and Summer Walker and them and things. So it's a good introductory album.
Yeah. So, what do you have to say about this new, should I call it new sound coming from Jamaica? You've talked about, putting conscious lyrics to, a dancehall beat. But right now we have, some of the Bridging Dems who are doing like trap dancehall. They call it that way.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna ride with it. So what are your thoughts regarding that? That new sound coming from Jamaica. People experimenting. Using trap beats, using American beats. But just still flowing with patois. And them thing. What are your thoughts regarding that?
I mean, it's good. It's growth. It's the sound. The sound going always grow. If sound never evolved, the music didn't evolve. We wouldn't have reggae. We wouldn't have ska. We wouldn't have rock steady. And as much as a lot of people don't want to say it or avoid it, our elders within the music, they were also influenced by a lot of overseas musicians as well. I just think it is upon the individual now to remain authentic. So if you're gonna use it, make sure you say them don't say a dancehall or reggae.
All right. Fair enough. So, King Manting, the new single, the video out, Swagalicious, looking good, the content, the message on point. What's the meaning behind King Manting? Like, what's the reasoning, brother, behind that, behind the whole project?
King Manting, so as I said, them a call me a Dan, but I love where you govern the land. Want show people say, yeah, love powerful. Love is more powerful than hate. So we don't need to be violent to govern earth. Yeah, as Rasta you grow and know that love at the heart of the day. And love, the same love goes right across the board for everybody. King Manting now show that is really, we must look into ourselves and look at His Majesty as the example of how we should live amongst one another as brothers and sisters, and how we should, take responsibility to not only ourselves but the youth them too. So we need to show the youth them a plan, say a time to move up the ranks. We need to show them say a different level of thinking. Now we need forward thinkers in this time. So the world already have enough step or show them a different way to structure that. Some different meditation instill in them. So, in the video you see we have books and we have the speech, the picture of His Majesty with the speech and response. So we have to start from the grassroots.
For real. So why do you feel this message in your music is important, to share, especially at this time? Why is it essential to share your message in the music at this time?
The world could use a lot more love. Right across the world is just war and hate and violence and sometimes when I watch news I wonder when I tired of the violence. When last somebody really just say let them relax and smile and show some love, and it's a different feeling. I'm pretty sure soldiers get tired of fighting and them things. The world just need a lot more love now.
Yeah. So
and conscious.
in the video you play football. So let me just divert a little bit. Which team do you support? Apart from the Reggae Boys, of course, Jamaica national team and them thing there. Let's talk about clubs. Which clubs do you support?
Barcelona and Liverpool.
Ah, Liverpool are my team, brother. Yeah, support the champions. Who's your favorite player, both on Barca and Liverpool? Don't tell me Messi on Barca, because everybody are gonna go with Messi. Yeah.
Barca's team, my favorite player right now is Ansu Fati.
Who? Repeat that again. Sorry.
Fati.
And Liverpool.
And at Liverpool, I'm a very big Bobby Firmino fan. I tell you that. Thiago Alcantara is a general too. So, but such players, and skillful.
Yeah, for real. So, Rastafari is so evident in your music, in your culture, in your way of life. I've checked out your Instagram and them thing them. How is Rastafari so important to the eye? Then talk about repatriation. Do you have plans to come to Mama Africa? Do you have plans to come to settle, to perform? Have you ever been to Africa? Have you been to... Just talk to us about that in general.
I was born and raised as a Rasta. Both of my parents are Rastas. So from a very early age, growing up, I had to know who I was a lot sooner than a lot of peers who were my age, because you don't know Rasta face certain prejudice and certain... Yeah, come here, go to school. I can tell you stories about going to school and a group of us walking, and the police officer just pull over everybody, but him look at everybody and then just search me alone. Yeah. Right, that's good. And he did have even friends who I couldn't even go inside their houses because their parents weren't fond of Rasta. So there's a certain level of militancy and a certain level of discipline that had to be instilled in me from early out. So, to make you stronger, because it's not an easy road Rasta walk. Yeah. That is how important Rastafari is to me.
Speak to us about repatriation and probably visiting the motherland. Have you been?
I've actually been to Ghana with my mother. As a youth, I spent, I think it was like 2 months in between Accra and Aburi. But plans to come back home, of course, because we want one land and set up some proper channels, for football, for music and everything. We need to bridge the gap between Africa and Jamaica. So Kenya is definitely one place that I really want to come. I watch a lot of live shows from other artists, and the shows in Kenya are always just remarkable to me.
Yeah. For real. And okay. So speaking of artists, are you more of a performing artist, or you prefer to be in studio and just to voice? Where's the love?
The love is everywhere. Because when we create the music in the studio, the only thing to me after that, is to perform it for the people. Yeah, so if you release the song and people love it, but you see when you can perform and them can feel your energy fully, and you can, so like right now, I don't know how to tell you how badly I can't wait on stage.
I've asked that because you find like some artists are shy, so they prefer like to be creative in studio. Then when they go on stage, they have their sunglasses on, and they feel some type of way. So I just wanted to, some artists prefer to be in the booth and just concentrate and voice, and then performing is kinda,
I spent a lot of time in the studio, and as a child, I used to have a lot of dreams about being on stage. And I'm not so wicked, so yeah.
So
I love the whole journey.
All right, all right. So speak to us about, we can't definitely ignore stuff like COVID-19 going on, SARS in Nigeria, a lot of police brutality, especially in Nigeria. And even here in Kenya, we have had some cases, speak to us about Black Lives Matter. Where does, Ras I um, stand when it comes to all these issues that are currently going on in the world?
Yeah, well, we stand for black empowerment, and it just really hurts to see how many battles a black man have to fight in this world. Black man and black woman. So when you see the videos outside, it's like, it's black man versus black man. This is just like the slavery mentality. If the shackles is locking upon certain minds, and until I don't even know until what happened will it ever be better, because it seems to be perpetuated through generations and generations. So there needs to be, a universal understanding that love amongst ourselves can only make us strong.
For real.
Yeah, and I think people fed up, people frustrated, people tired of the foolishness. So the only change is revolution. So some buildings may have to burn and thing, and some may have to roll. But it's just, it's just how Earth runs. But it's very disheartening, though.
Yeah. So we have like some couple of 4 minutes like this. So before we wind up, what future projects can we look forward to from you? We have the new single out, the new video out, splendid, looking good. So are we expecting another body of work, or just be a single they go put out?
For this year, one more shot will go fire out of the rest. And then the album is actually called Heart of Love.
Ooh, so that's an exclusive for Adrenaline? Yeah, so you're putting out another single after Kingman?
Yeah, one more single. And another one next year at the beginning, but the album is definitely following next year.
So the album is completely done. Can you spill some tea a little bit? Like, who do you have on the album? Which producers have you worked with? If you can.
Yeah, still much.
Nah.
But
give us something, brother. Think hard,
Yeah, because there's so much. All I can say, really and truly, is just be prepared to be.
Wow, yeah.
That's all, because we found that sound, so we'll find the lane, and we've created that sound. We can't even say that. So honed it now to the point where, there's some nice.
I see clearly I can't get anything out of Ras I, but it's all good. So what have we not talked about, brother? Like, what do you want the Kenyan massive them to hear? What do you want Africa to hear? What do you want the world to hear? What have we not talked about?
What have we not talked about? I really want them to hear Kingman to watch the video right now. Yeah, we have all energy into that Kingman. And I will give thanks for the strength. Thank you very much.
So before you give us a little bit of a cappella, just a parting shot, a message, to the new fans who are tuned in, who are listening to Ras I for the first time on Vibes Radio, because, some people might be listening to you for the first time here. So a message to them, and just a message general from Ras I, and, just a little a cappella if you don't mind. Say it's morning, so just a little a cappella for King Man Ting, if you don't mind. So, let's go.
Yeah, blessed love to everyone in the world. Just let love be a guiding light. Heart of love. You don't know, we never short of love. And I never half or a quarter love. See? Them a call me a dance, but I love man I use to on the land. Show the youth them a plan. Say a time for we move up the ranks. And them a call me a Jenna, become a uplift the youth to live better. Say the world already have enough stepper. Show them a different way to stack cheddar. Oh, Jaja,
All right, brother. Give thanks for your time. Thank you very much for passing
Yeah,
through. And we can't wait for the album and that single. Make sure you drop it on Vibes Radio on Adrenaline so that we can premiere it. You know what I mean? And just feed it off to the Africans and everybody who's locked in. Yeah.
yes, I give thanks. Definitely. Much love and much respect to our Kenya.
All right, my brother. Enough respect. Okay, what are you gonna do the rest of the day? By the way, what are you doing for the rest of the day? What you have planned?
I have a shoot plan, but it's raining,
Ah.
so I might have to stay in and do some writing.
Okay, brother. All right. So let's go into King Manting. This is Ras I on Vibes Radio on 4.5 FM. Thank you very much, brother, for passing through. You know what? In fact, introduce the record. Let me. What are you doing, Heno? What are you doing? Introduce the record for us, King.
Yeah, well, this is the brand new single from yours truly, Ras I, King Man Thing, produced by Coastal Kings and Ras I Music. You can check it out right here live on Adrenaline. Bop.
Pop. All right, my brother. Enough respect. Bless up yourself and link up soon, yeah? Respect. King Manting by Ras I.
Vibes Radio, playing music for the people, by the people, to the people.